landfall location, it's surprisingly clean. Wow, there's even power here. Might be the only place that has power, but there was power. Some of these metal overhang structures really did fine. Those are the types of roofs I would expect there to be less of. House has quite a few shingles missing. A lot of that roof was gone. That's a carport with the side missing. On that gas station overhang. Honestly, Perry fared well for a direct hit. That telephone pole's got a snap near the bottom. But honestly, expected a lot more. The McDonald's is missing some of its plastic panels. Something in the road here. Metal piece. Some metal sheets spread around here. Someone lost their roof, I'm sure. Like a tree branch hit that side of the roof edge. It's pulled out quite a bit. Okay, that's torn up. Don't buy that model. Wow, that's a big satellite dish on a vehicle. Definitely broadcasting something. A little bit of missing panel in that gas station, but they fared alright. Ambulance going across the median. east too. Yeah, got some trees going across power lines here. I think we're going to start seeing the damage go up here shortly. The wind direction will also change. That shed's on its side. More of the road blocked by trees and power lines. Yeah, mostly this side of the road going eastbound is clear. There have been some trees getting close. But you'll notice the direction of which the trees have snapped. They're all snapped going to the right, which means that the winds were offshore. Which also means that the winds were lighter. About 25 mile per hour forward speed on the storm. So that's an immediate subtraction from the rated wind speed on the National Weather Forecast. As soon as you get to the other side of the eye, you now have that 25 miles per hour added back. So the damage may get significantly worse. That place did not fare well. Although that place looked pretty raggedy to begin with. Upside down. Had a boat on it. The boat's also upside down. Sunoco gas station overhang is completely on its side, snapped at the base. Got thinned out, but nothing real big. That structure lost a lot of its metal roof. It's peeled back. Some more trees across power lines back there. I think I just ran over some power line. Notice the amount of traffic has dropped. I wonder if there's still crews running out this direction. The road's clear, at least on this side still. But I think most people were heading towards Perry. We still have some holes here. They've got that lean going on. Anything about this area of Florida, it's much more rural. There's here's some more power lines. Yeah, running over power lines. There's a lot more tractors and stuff in this area. That's another set of power lines. And more power lines. Damage is still offshore. A couple of the lodging trailers tipped over to the left. Probably can't see it on camera. Had about 20-30 units. About 3 or 4 of them were tilted over. About 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning after landfall, Perry, Florida. Well, that structure to the right was completely demolished. Looked like it was a bit old and dry rotted, but it was on the ground, all in pieces. Alright, a little bit more. Trees are still snapped going to the right. A couple of them to the left up here. Looks like somebody already sawed them out of the way. Yep, that's a fresh cut. That one's also got fresh cuts. Okay, so tops of the trees probably already passed the side of the road. Because I noticed that their first priority is clearing a passageway. And then I guess they'll do a second pass once the roads are clear enough for everyone to get through. course, first responders are out. Before my arrival to Perry, there was a whole fleet of paramedic vehicles, as well as emergency response units with, I guess, toiletries, several fluid tanks, and then a couple of trailers dedicated to medical supplies and corner of that roof stripped up. Structure to the left, completely gone. Lots of power lines down on that left side. That's the going theme for this. I'm not sure if it'll continue, but it does seem like the right side doesn't have power lines going down. So if it stays like that, if there's any trees down, once we get to the other side of onshore winds, maybe we'll be lucky and not have to worry about as many power lines on this side as they are on that side. Direction. Noticing a lot of the trees are falling over more parallel to the road in this current area. So I think we're starting to be in that transition period where we're going to start finding a lot more trees tilted over on this side of the road in a little bit. Tree crew up there stopped across the road. Which actually isn't a good sign, because if I've caught up with them, how many tree crews do we have? Are there tree crews ahead? Surely there's more than one. This side is immediately more debris filled. across the road here. Left lane looks to be clear. Yeah, this is where we're starting to definitely see the impact starting to shift over. Lost its front garage door. Mobile home did fine. Yeah, you can kind of see where the road is less traveled. Most people seem to be sticking to the left lane. I've always been worried about what a tire can take, what is capable of puncturing a tire, especially at speed. Of course, we know nails can puncture. But what about, I've seen mulch in someone's tire doing a tire change before. So, how small does it get before it's more puncture able? Official forecast had this, I think, as a Cat 4 at landfall, but this is definitely, so far, a lot less impact looking than what Hurricane Ian was. There's some power lines. Okay, I got some people coming up behind me. Snap this direction. Got another truck coming up behind me. I'll go ahead and give him right away. tools or any way to really provide help. So I'm doing at least my part to get out of their way. I'm here for the documentary process. Okay, the power lines did switch over to this side of the road. That is noted. Of course it would, right? We're here in the transitionary period where the onshore winds are coming on, and of course the lines switch over. So we may be dealing with a lot of power lines up ahead. Might have been soft in the ditch there. I didn't see no snap, although obviously not ruled out. Who knows how old some of these poles are? They might be snapped inside the base. There's a thought for you. How many of these telephone poles are there in the world? Every single one of those is a tree, is it not? That's a lot of trees. Surprised we haven't made telephone poles out of other materials as like the standard. Wood is still quite common. I guess it's the cheaper route, right? Standardized concrete poles. They're rated for a higher speed anyways. To know if there's a lifetime of a concrete pole for the wooden poles eventually rot in the ground and will be unable to sustain themselves, especially in any wind. But a concrete pole in the ground, like, is there a failure mode? Does the rebar collect moisture over time and rust out, cause the concrete to crack? Is that a failure mode?